With that, we're going to move to item E2, which is the city manager's report. City Manager Nina Vetter.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Nina Vetter, City Manager. Up on the screen and attached to the packet is the January 2023 City Manager's Report. For this month, we have not one, but two Gresham greats. Our first is a thank you to Kim Darling, who received kudos from a community member for helping someone through a process to rebuild and move into a new home after a fire destroyed their home. So thank you to Kim. And our second Gresham great is for several of our police department members, Sergeant Hernandez, Detective Huffman, Officer Barra, Officer O'Black, Officer Hardy, and Tatro for working together as a team on the Fill the Cruiser toy drive on December 9th. They came in on their days off and worked extra hours past their shifts to make this event a success. So thank you to all of our Gresham greats kicking off the new year right. Yeah. You will see we have highlighted several data trends that reflect what's happened throughout 2022 or what's happened year over year, particularly related to law enforcement and public safety. So you will see in the boxes highlighted here two graphs that illustrate the increasing in the number of shootings, and that's increase, not an increase. Typo, but actually a decrease in shooting injuries. If you scroll down to the gray box towards the bottom of the page, I will call your attention to another really important statistic from 2022. The city of Gresham had a decrease in the number of homicides from 15 to 10. And this is in pretty stark contrast to the recent numbers that were released out of the city of Portland that saw a significant increase. So we are parting a little bit from the regional trends that we're seeing. And while we certainly have work to do, because we know that 10 is still not an acceptable number in our community, I think it does illustrate that we have been incredibly responsive, thanks to City Council approval of the use of ARPA funds, to trying to respond to the crime that we're seeing. And we are seeing some outcomes of this. And obviously, we hope to see more over the next few years. I will also note we highlighted this month for the first time our water usage as a community. And you will note that we actually have seen a decrease in water usage in 2022 in many months compared to prior months. So thank you to the conservation efforts of our community members and also a lot of the outreach that we do as a city to ensure that we are conserving our water. Scrolling to the second page, I will just highlight a few things on here. First of all, we are very happy and thankful for our federal representatives who have allowed us to receive $3 million for improvements, transportation and safety improvements around 181st. Very thankful for that. I also will highlight something that's also a really great kind of legislative advocacy outcome, and that is that we're working with ODOT to make the transfer to receive the delegated authority so that we are, as a city, able to set speed limits within our own city. So we're thankful for that change as well. And one thing that's not on the report that I wanted to highlight is that it is winter water flushing season for us as a city, which means that you might see a lot of our crews out and about flushing water lines. You might be wondering what we're doing out there, but flushing our water lines are really important to make sure that our water system is reliable and safe. It removes sediment and pipes, ensures that our valves and hydrants are working properly. So if you see people out there, that's what they're doing. We also this month wanted to highlight some outcomes from the work that our police department has been doing to implement the police organizational assessment review. You heard a lot of highlights from our chief at our last council meeting, so I won't repeat some of those, but you'll see some other items here highlighted. These are all recommendations that came out of the police organizational assessment review. There has been a transition to improve our professional development, including the increase in the number of training officers, and the build out of our new training center that council approved is also underway. We have created a department communications plan, and in terms of accountability, enacted a new internal affairs policy, and now have a lieutenant who's in charge of the professional standard unit and internal affairs. We are working on what a priority ranking plan will look like for bringing back our specialty teams as we are able to staff up. And one of the large areas that had a lot of recommendations out of the report, you might remember, was around investigations. So we have introduced new case clearances, improved case tracking. We also have improved detective workload tracing by using our records management system to the absolute fullest. So we're very thankful for the work that our police department has done internally to address and implement the key findings out of the police organizational assessment review. And that is my update for tonight.